You guys like my zombie? My zombie? You guys think I should get a Academy Award for set design yet? I'd accept it. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Cornetto trilogy. The Cornetto trilogy is a trilogy of films written by Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright and directed by Edgar Wright. And they have a lot of similarities between the three movies, such as similar casts, similar items in certain areas, and of course there's some sort of reference to the Cornetto ice cream brand somewhere. In these movies, we see a lot of Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright using foreshadowing and callbacks to make hilarious, fast-paced, and really heartfelt experiences. Going over how they use these so well in one video in depth is a lot more work than I'm willing to put into one singular video. Also, I think it's less focused and less engaging, so I thought I'd focus on one thing with one movie. So what we're going to talk about today is how Edgar Wright and Simon Pegg use callbacks for Shaun of the Dead. I have noticed 3 ways that Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright use callbacks in Shaun of the Dead, and their effectiveness relies on recontextualization, and I forgot the other word because I was trying to say that one. No, that's the only word. Just repeating lines and events would simply get repetitive, but here it's not, because the context changes enough while staying similar so that it achieves a specific desire. Here is the first way that I have noticed this in Shaun of the Dead. Changing context can make certain statements really funny, because when we see
top left. Reload. I'm on it. Nice shot.
In this highly dramatic situation, a type of irony sets in as we think of this very mundane moment that happened earlier.
Hey man, listen, all top left. Uh-huh. I was gonna say, reload? I'm on it. Since... Oh, nice shot. Thanks.
We even see this concept used in the first scene as a part of the first joke. Here's the clip.
It's not that I don't like Ed. Ed, it's not that I don't like you.
Sorry? Well, I mean, it's not that I don't like David and Donnie, you know? Guys, it's not that I don't like you.
It's not just some, hey, you remember how funny that earlier thing was? It's about using something amusing earlier to strengthen the comedy of the current scene, which has raised the stakes and absurdity of the amusing thing.
No, that's the second up I ever bought.
Sure, this joke is really funny on its own, but it's even more funny because the previous scene had this joke.
That was the second album I ever bought.
Let's talk about story progression. We see all throughout this movie callbacks being used to show us how far we've come, as well as how things have changed with very specific and small differences. I'm not going to show all the callbacks from this point of the video on because I want you to check out the film and find them yourself, but I will at least show one instance of the callback. Just note that we are fully in spoiler territory now, so if you haven't yet, go watch the movie. It's freaking awesome. Moving on. A lot of these callbacks show us how Shaun's changed and how he's earned the change.
And developed symptoms similar to those displayed by their attackers. If you know...
This is a fantastic way of conveying the character arc of Shaun, going from a goofball wishing for more out of life with a leaky pen, to a zombie killing goofball wishing for more out of life.
Guys, can you let me in, please?
This is great because it's something that makes us root for Shaun and shows a change in attitude. Shaun isn't very active in the beginning, but when the outbreak occurs, we see him willing to do anything to make sure the people he loves are safe. Even as far as doing things he couldn't commit to before, accomplishing things he couldn't before. And on top of all of that, this is a really subtle callback that you might miss the first time watching. You know the third thing I've noticed about this movie? These guys know how to use callbacks to make you freaking cry, man. This scene makes us think of an earlier time the characters most likely wish they could go back to. I certainly wanted to go back to that rather than be present for the tragedy.
I'm sorry, Shaun. It's all right. No. I'm sorry, Shaun. Oh! Oh my God, that's rotten! I'll stop doing them when you stop laughing.
I am not laughing, keep going.
This callback brings to the scene levity, but the response grounds the somber tones. I could probably say more, but I don't think I need to. Just watch.
Because, you know, I was shouting at you and that earlier on. It's all right. I'm sorry too. It's okay. No. I'm sorry, Shaun. Oh, God. That's not funny. Stop doing them when you stop laughing. I'm not laughing.